everyone. Welcome to our partner presentation, where we'll be demonstrating about our source control of interoperability productions using Deltanji. We're George James Software. I'm Laurel, and this is George. And for those who aren't familiar with us, we've been providing, we've had over 30 years of experience and expertise providing innovative software solutions. We believe that software maintainability is key to a successful system, and the quality of your code is vital in ensuring that it stays maintainable. The quality of your code can impact everything from bug fixes and enhancements to ensuring that you have a clear overview of your organization. We lay the solid foundations that you need in order for your system to succeed. And it's with these foundations that we're able to build developer tools to help others achieve the same. From those that can be relied upon daily and become a staple in your development environment, to those that prove instrumental during one-off projects. So instead of telling you what we do, I'm going to tell you what we've been up to recently. We've been working on a number of consulting projects with customers, which include integration of an ERP system with existing cache order processing system, development of interface to DHL Express for an international distributor, migration to a new platform and upgrade for a cache fund management system, and development of a browser-based purchase order processing system for a property developer. We've also been running a number of training sessions, which include object script and system management sessions. We're going to be doing these more regularly, so keep an eye out for that, as we'd love to get you involved. We also do a lot of work in the VS Code space. So we have, just one example is we have recently become maintainers of the SQL Tools extension. It provides easy connection to a number of databases, making it easy to work with your code, quickly to connect, and increases productivity. It works with plugins such as MariaDB, Microsoft SQL, and of course, InterSystems IRIS. Since taking over, we've also developed additional plugins for other databases. It's had over 2 million views in the VS Code marketplace, so make sure you check it out if you don't use it already. And finally, we are happy to announce our new production component driver for Deltanji, which we're here to show you more about today. It enables highly granular management of interoperability productions with tight integration into the management portal. So I'm going to hand you over to George now, who's going to talk to you about it in more detail and show you the demo.
Thank you, Laurel. Okay, so Deltanji is our source control management tool, which is used extensively for managing IRIS and cache systems, and is used in all different marketplaces all over the world. One area that's a particular pain point is interoperability productions. And the reason for this is because the production is defined as a single monolithic class definition. And while we're very happy managing classes and HL7s and rules and so on, the class definition for production is one single monolithic entity. So what we've done is developed a new component driver that splits this into the individual components that are part of a production. And each of these can be managed individually, giving you full control over each configuration item, allowing you to get an audit trail of each configuration item so that you can see exactly what was changed and when and who by, and gives you much better granularity of control over your productions. So what I'd like to do now is give you a brief demonstration of this in action. So here is the production configuration in a live production. And you'll see that in this example, we have one service which isn't working very well. It's got an error. And if we look over in the log file, we'll see that if I select it and look over in the log file, we'll see that we've got a directory does not exist error. So we need to go and fix that. So up here I've got 3 tabs. I've got a connection to a development server, a connection to a test server, and a connection to our production, our live server. So if we go over to our development server and select that configuration item, that service, you'll see that on this particular screen, there's a couple of things that are different. The first thing that you'll see is that some of these items are color-coded, and this indicates the status of them from a configuration management point of view. So the ones that are green are checked out and being modified by somebody. The one that is red is a new one that hasn't been registered yet, and all the others are just registered but not checked out. So if they're not checked out, it means that you can't edit them over in the settings panel. So that prevents you from inadvertently making changes to your configuration items. So if we do want to change something, then we'll go and check it out. And we've added a new button to the portal here that enables you to invoke the Deltanji checkout screen. So I can click on that and immediately get a checkout dialog here. And from there, I can select a trouble ticket. So in this case, its directory does not exist, which is the error that we're trying to fix. And I can do a checkout. So now this item is checked out, and we can go over here and we can make changes. So the change that I want to do is to change the directory from find rates to find rate, which is the correct name for the file path. So apply that change. Settings applied. So now I want to test that change. So I'm going to move this item over into our test environment. So again, using the Deltanji transfer dialog, I can select the test option, and this will move it from my dev environment into my test environment. So I'll do that, and then go and look over in our test environment. And if I refresh the production here, then you'll see that that has fixed the problem. So we're happy it's working in our test environment. And so now we can go back to our development environment, perform a check-in of that component, and then from within this screen, we can even do a deployment straight into our live environment. So this is doing a deployment from the library into our live environment. So let's do that. And then switch over to our live environment and do a refresh. And our red button has gone green. We fixed the problem. And that's the whole life cycle for correcting a problem with a configuration item in a production. So Deltanji is a full function configuration and source control tool. So it enables you to manage not just individual configuration items, but sets of changes, projects, whatever you're working on, and manage them as a single coherent unit, which you can use to transfer things around. And we have a full workflow system behind it, which enables you to define a custom workflow that will enable you to say how you want to stage things through your environment, your CI/CD workflow, to get your changes into production. So that's just a brief introduction to how we've addressed this problem and how Deltanji can be used to manage the configuration items within a production. So essentially what we've done is we've taken the monolithic class definition and split it into its components parts for the purpose of source code management. So that's it.